I think that we've built up enough expense today, so good evening, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, friends. Welcome to the Grey Youth Choir concert. My name is Esther, and I'm from the Permanent Mission of the Republic of Korea, and it is a great honor to be your MC for this very auspicious evening of song and commemoration. We are here tonight because each and every one of us has an elder that we love, respect, and cherish. And I think I can speak for us all when I say that we all desire to see abuse of elders abolished completely. And I believe it is this shared objective that has brought us here together to commemorate World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. And so what better way to commemorate and promote better understanding than to showcase a truly inspiring senior citizen choir that has demonstrated that elders never really retire as active members of society. With that said, you are truly in for a treat tonight with an amazing program of music that will be performed by the Grey Youth Choir with a special guest performance by the Heartstrings Cello Ensemble. The performance tonight will be followed by a special reception at the Korean Mission, so please stick around for more details. It means you'll have to stay to find out the details, so I look forward to seeing you all there. Before the main program begins, we will hear some congratulatory remarks from Ms. Anne Brigitte Albrechtsen, the Deputy Executive Director of the UN Population Fund. So please join me in welcoming Deputy Executive Director Ms. Albrechtsen.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, members of the choir, it's a delight for me to speak to you tonight on a very serious issue. I speak to you tonight on the occasion of the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. So I will be speaking to you about how not to treat our elders and what we need to do across the world to address the issue of elder abuse. So because it's Elder Abuse Awareness Day, it's an excellent opportunity for all of us to pause and consider the extent of the crime of abuse of older persons. Literally millions of older persons around the world are abused, neglected, or exploited. This abuse takes place in the home, in the workplace, and in institutions that are meant to care for the elderly. And what is worse, perpetrators are often close family members. Elder abuse is widespread. It happens in every social, economic, ethnic, and geographic setting. It goes on in our communities without many of us knowing about it. Such abuse takes many different forms: abandonment by family members, physical violence, financial fraud, inadequate care or neglect in nursing homes, and discrimination of all kinds. Unfortunately, we don't really know the extent of elder abuse. Many cases go unreported. Indeed, it's a bit of a taboo. Many elders suffer in silence, afraid to report abuse because of shame or fear, especially if it concerns family members on whom they are dependent. Older women are especially vulnerable to abuse and violence because of discriminatory societal attitudes and non-realization of human rights. This is often exacerbated by poverty and lack of access to legal protection. In some parts of the world, harmful traditional practices result in abuse and violence of older women. Elder abuse is clearly a human rights abuse and a human rights issue, and it's also a public health concern. So what can be done? First of all, we must raise awareness, like we are doing today, of the extent and the implication of elder abuse. We must speak out against it and speak out against the crime in our communities, in our countries, and globally. We must confront ageism. It has no place in societies for all ages. We must learn to recognize elder abuse, and we must not be afraid to report it. Health and social service providers, formal and informal caregivers, as well as the general public, must be encouraged to report suspected elder abuse. We must listen to the voices of older people, not just in song, as we will today, but we must really truly listen, because often they may be trying to tell us something. We must establish information campaigns and programs to educate older persons about abuse, and we must let them know that it's okay to speak up and that it's not okay for them to be abused. It is a violation of their human rights. We must provide support, counseling, healthcare, as well as hotlines for our older persons to turn to without fear of retaliation when they are abused or neglected. New technology can protect older persons from abuse. Smartphones, social networks, and social media can be used to protect elderly. They can be educated about their rights and learn how to recognize and prevent financial fraud and scams, direct them to available services, and provide physical and emotional support and means for reporting crimes. Better data to track elder abuse is needed in order to address the problem. Given the veiled nature of the crime, it's essential that better record keeping informs us all about the extent of abuse and also informs decision makers so that the right services can be put in place. At the second World Assembly on Aging in 2002, the international community affirmed its commitment to enhance the recognition of the dignity of older persons and to eliminate all forms of neglect, abuse, and violence. We must all live up to this commitment, show that we care, and have a world free from elder abuse. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Executive Director Albrechtsen, for those sobering remarks and for providing a context for this evening. Now we would like to hear welcoming remarks by His Excellency Ambassador Oh Jun, the permanent representative of the Republic of Korea to the United Nations. Please join me in welcoming Ambassador Oh.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. We are particularly honored by the presence of His Excellency Mr. Sam Kutesa, President of the General Assembly, and Madam, as well as His Excellency Mr. Ban Ki-moon, UN Secretary General, and Madam, and all other distinguished guests tonight on the occasion of Grey Youth Choir's concert, also on the occasion of World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. As I have been a diplomat for over 30 years, I have come to a small conclusion that so many problems and conflicts in the world take place because people do not understand or respect other people with different ethnicities, different cultures, or different religions. Not only do we not understand others, but very often we hate them, we try to drive them out, we try to force them to be more like ourselves. That's why one of the most important works of the United Nations is to help peoples of the world understand each other better and celebrate diversity. And that's how the UN General Assembly designated today, June 15th, as the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. Last week, we had a conference of CRPD, Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which I had the honor of chairing. According to statistics, there are 1 billion or 15% of the world population who have some form of disabilities. You might be wondering how come there are so many, but just look around yourself for the elderly people who cannot move around as they used to in the past. So discriminating elderly people is just like discriminating our own selves. Even more senseless, in my opinion, is to discriminate the elderly people, because there is no more certain truth than the fact that we all grow old and eventually we'll become elderly. So that's how we would like to commemorate this particular day, and I'm very glad that the Grey Youth Choir from Korea, they first appeared on Korean Broadcasting System, KBS program, kind of reality show to challenge that they can sing. And they not only they proved that they can sing, but a lot of people are inspired by their passion for singing, their ability to show that age is nothing but a number. Last but not least, I like to let you know confidentially, the day before yesterday, Saturday, was Secretary General Ban Ki-moon's birthday. How about singing a little birthday song? Can I ask the choir to help us?